Good morning, welcome to St Paul's at Bentley Common. It's great news, we're opening the doors on the 19th of July at 9:30 a.m. and we look forward to welcoming you. Now, I've heard that there's a thing called Bentley time. I don't know what Bentley time is. I've heard it involves, well, a different time zone really. So please, for this Sunday, can we try to be here in Greenwich Mean Time of 9:30? And I ask you, as you arrive, be aware of other people around you. Let's keep socially distant. When we come to these steps, things inside the church are going to look similar, the same, but at the same time things might be different. So I'm going to talk you through the things that are going to happen. And the first thing is, if there's anybody in front of you, please, as you get to these steps, keep back. Think 2 meters distance. And for that, if there's somebody at the doors there, you stay here. And then as they go through, then obviously you can come up and go through. And there'll be someone to meet you at the door and take you through the next step. So I'm going to go in now and I'll tell you a bit more in a minute. You'll be met by a sides person who will ask you to stop here, and then you're going to make a note of your details. And that's for the government's track and trace system. And they will just make a note, and then the next part is that you'll come over to this table here where you will need to do hand gel. Now, you may have used hand gel at home. You may have washed your hands before you left home, but the rules say you've got to use it now, and that's the rules. So everybody, when they come, will have to use hand sanitizer as they come in. Once you've done that, a sides person is going to take you to where you've got to sit. Now, I know we all like to sit in our special spot, and we've sat there for many years. For the moment, we've got to sit where we're told. And so that's why the stewards are going to be showing you where to sit. Once you've been shown to your seat, this is where you're going to stay for the whole service. Now, if you're an individual by yourself, it could be you're just sat at this end and somebody else will be sat at the opposite end of the pew. If you've come as a couple or you're with a family member, you can sit next to each other. Now, it may be we need to then get you an extra order of service. Tell the sides person and we can sort that for you. Okay, and if you come as a bigger family grouping with children, you might end up with the whole pew to yourselves. And what I would say is that the children, unfortunately, are not able to go into the creche at all. That's closed off. And I know it's really hard, but I really try not to let them run around. Normally, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with that, but please, they will need to stay in the pew. So perhaps bring some toys or something with you. Now, you'll be sat, and that's wonderful. You'll be able to see everybody. The screen is up, and everything is where it normally is. The pew in front of you will be empty, and the pew behind you will be empty. We've taken down the tape that we had there for a reason. I'll explain that in a minute. The main thing is that as you have arrived and you've sat down, other people will be arriving and you'll want to chat to them. You'll want to say hi to them. Hello, how are you? How you doing? What's happening over here? Oh, it's so... The problem is we can't be shouting. We can't be leaning over and reaching out to people. We can't be touching people. Please, can you really try hard not to be leaning over and chatting with the person over here or over there. Really try to just stay in your pew. Maybe give them a wave. How are you? Good to see you. Like the haircut. But just don't be shouting, all right, so-and-so over there. We've got to stay, not be shouting. Another thing is about face masks. We've asked you all to bring face masks with you because as we're filming this at the moment, it is optional whether you wear them or not. And there'll be a point in the service where I do wear a mask. And I'm really happy if you want to wear a mask because that makes you feel comfortable. Or it may be that you don't want to wear a mask. And at the moment, it is optional. But what I would say is please, please bring the mask with you. It's awkward for everybody and it makes us all feel a bit strange and our glasses fog up and all those things. But it's for the safety of everyone. And if we're all busy shouting out to people all around us and we haven't got masks on, we could be spreading germs without realising it. So please, bring a mask. There'll be people here who may be very apprehensive about coming. And if they want to come in wearing a mask, that's absolutely fine. So please have them with you. I understand the way the rules are that children don't have to wear masks. But the rules are changing all the time. So if we have them with us, we cover all eventualities. Thank you. The one thing that we can't have at St Paul's at the moment is a worship band. And that's a real shame, but unfortunately the rules are at the moment that we can't sing. In addition to not being able to shout or raise our voices, we can't sing. So unfortunately we won't have the worship band playing. There will be music playing as you come in and as you leave, and when we have communion, on those services there'll be music playing whilst you take communion. The main thing is that we ask you, even if you recognise the music, please don't sing along with it. They believe we're singing spread more germs if there were any germs. So for the time being, just tap your toe, maybe a little wiggle or whatever you do, but we're not singing to any music. The other thing is that we can't share the peace at the moment. We can say it and we can do like I've done on the videos each week. We can say peace be with you. We can say peace be with you. We can turn to people, peace be with you. But unfortunately, we can't get up and go around hugging and kissing everybody. So those are two big things that are very, very different. For the communion service, when we have a communion service, you will all stay where you are and you'll use your orders of service or the PowerPoint to read off the words that you need to say. And I will be at the main altar. And I will be the only person to drink from the chalice, to drink the wine, and you will all receive bread. Now, I understand that you normally receive proper bread, but at the moment we're not able to do that. We're going to have to use wafers at the moment. And so that is slightly where it's going to be different. Now, when I am at the altar, I will hand gel my hands again. All the wafers will have already been pre-prepared and covered in what's called the ciborium, so that no germs can get to them. And then whilst I'm at the altar, I will put on my mask. Now, don't laugh, okay? This is my mask. I've got a clear middle bit. I'll put it on now so you don't laugh on the day. This is my mask so that hopefully, once it's on, you can all see me and you can see my mouth and my lips and you can see me talking. Now, it is different, it feels strange, it makes my voice sound different, but this is what I've got to wear. And I'll be wearing this, and once I have eaten the wafer for me and drunk the wine for me, I will then bring the wafers in the ciborium down from the altar, and I will then come down to you, to the people. And I will then come up to you. And so the row that is empty, so here it will be an empty row, I will then come along the row and give the person the bread. Now, for you, you will need to hold out your hands. I will drop the bread into your hands and then you can eat it. And then I will move to the next person. Give them. And I will move my way around everybody, giving them the bread. And that way everybody will be fed. At the end of the service, you'll be asked to leave your orders of service where you've sat, whether it's on the pew or on the ledge there. And just leave them behind, that's fine. And the sides people will ask you to leave the church and they're going to guide a row at a time to leave. So when it comes to your turn, obviously, leave your order of service behind and then you're going to be asked to leave. On the way out, you'll see the collection plate. And, we invite you to leave a donation, but again, it is up to you. It's voluntary, it's optional if you wish to do so. The main thing is that as you are invited to leave, in the nicest sense, please keep walking. Don't stop to have a chat with your friends. I know you haven't seen each other in a long while. Please keep walking as you go out the doors. Please keep walking as you go down the path, because if you stop, we then get a backlog and no one else can leave the church. So I'm sorry to say it, but please keep walking, keep going. We're not allowed to, congregate in big groups and things like that. So stay safe, keep the 2 metre distance, and please keep going. And then we'll be able to welcome you back the following week. If at any point before this coming Sunday you feel that you are coming down with a temperature or a sore throat or you've got a new cough, then please don't come this Sunday. Leave it and make sure that you're well. And if for any reason after this Sunday's service, if you've been here and you suddenly don't feel very well, please also let us know how you're doing and whether we need to take further action. The main thing is we're doing all of this different ways of doing things to keep everyone safe. So we look forward to seeing you this Sunday. Take care and we'll see you soon.